Today's focus is going to be on this stuff. I probably will spray that with some clear coat. I may not even need it. It's so stable, but I don't know, maybe not. But we're going to work on this porcelain today because I want to reassemble this arm. And 595 L. Well, L right there on it. So that is the left one. I didn't know that. I didn't study this too hard yesterday. Hair all in my face here. Okay, has that got marks on it? No, but I guess it's fairly obvious. So maybe we'll drop these down in the ultrasonic tank that I did not turn on, which I always forget to turn on. That needs to be the first thing I do in projects like this, is turn this thing on. So there's all the stuff from yesterday. That's on, so I gotta turn this on. If I can cut something off 5 or 6 different ways, I'll do it. But we're going to work on the porcelain so I can do that arm and put some pieces back together and do a comparison. Oh, my hand trucks aren't here. Well, there's always something in it. I'll probably just disassemble this right here. My pad's ready. There's the other arm. So today, also, I'm going to get the old shop vac out and clean this a little bit. And it's funky noises. It's very quiet here. And start pulling these pins out. And I don't really know what that, you know what, I've always wondered about that little piece back there. It tells you it's the back, I guess. Oh, you know what that might be? I might know what this is. That might be where they put the kiddie little bench in for, little boys, little girls, whatever sits there, and with a little rocking horse on. Maybe I can make something like that one of these days. I bet that's what that is, because it doesn't plug into anything there. So there was some auxiliary thing for little kids. I bet that's what that did. I really did not know that. And one of the screws has been replaced on that, so I might take that to the hardware place. So you wonder where my power miter saw is. Well, it's at the crown molding project. So I know you were all asking that very question. So let's clean that up. And I'm not real sure. Now there are no real big stains on this porcelain, but I would just feel better if I heated it up and ultrasonic it. So I do that while I'm doing something else. So the other question is, what am I going to powder coat these pins with? And my guess is I'm kind of copper, gold. That's all I got. How much gold do I have? I think gold. And I don't think this gold is any more garish than anything else. That's chrome. I'll probably just pour that into this and get rid of that. I bet you I can't get this. Now, let me tell you a secret about powder coating. Don't put your powder coat in glass jars like I did, because the powder coat just glues the top shut. And it's over. There's not enough in there to worry about anyway. So this hits the recycle bin. So that's going to be of no good to me. So don't put it in there. Use plastic containers. So back to my point of I got plenty of gold. So don't want chrome, we want gold. Mr. T-Bird. So let's just work on the porcelain. So like I said, there's no stains. I'm going to clean them. I'm probably just going to try to, I've got some exterior renewer for cars. And I've got some, I don't think I need to use the clay, detailing clay, but I probably will just use this in the exterior renewer and just see what that does. But a smart chicken would take his wax and put it in the sun. So at least, because it's 35 degrees, I think. So maybe 40 by now. no, yeah, maybe 40. Right at 40 degrees, so might biting out here. Well, let's go pull some pins out and put that stuff in the bath and just kind of organize myself for today here. Sure appreciate y'all watching. Be sure and hit the like button and subscribe. And be sure and make sure the cold water's being heated. I was cleaning the seat and I did notice with the sunlight, I don't know if you can see down in there, but there are the springs and the muslin and the little cables that are tied together. I thought it was mostly just stuffed with horsehair, but it does have the spring mechanisms in there like old furniture. Fascinating, beautiful. Well, I have to record this. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Nothing bad. Because I took the two little screws out, and it's upside down, and I went to pull this thing out thinking it was just a cover, but it's not. It's some real long, all that horsehair falling apart in there. It's some big long, maybe there's a date stamp on it. No, there's a part number, 1001. So, look how it's at an angle. I wonder why they did that. So, it's very strange. It's got to be for the little toy thing. Get it, paint it red, and get some googly eyes or something put on it. I'm not a googly eye fan, but in this case, I may relent. Okay, well, let's start taking these out. Every other one, and I'll count them. Now we know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. I wasn't going to show this, but I decided I would. If you take these out and the stem, the nail part is bent at all, don't try to bend it back. You'll bust it. So let me start over because I couldn't get it to focus. So you have to have several tools. It was this one. Oh, good. I had the ultrasonic one. I actually forgot. Sorry. So you got to kind of. It don't go in that easy. Let's start on a fresh one. So you got to do that. And then you got to get your other little screwdriver, and you got to do that. Second one. Don't put your tools on the cambric, because can you see the cambric? Yeah, don't do that because it could go through. So then it'll come out partially, and you got them two tools. And then you can do that tool right there, and then sometimes you have to get your little, with care, and just sort of twist it and pull it out, and then you get them out. Now, I'm going to have to ultrasonic those for sure. I'm not going to sit there and buff each one of those. You got to be careful with your time management, you know. So, what have I got? I've been at this 30 minutes, and I promised I wouldn't look. Yeah, I'm about a third of the way around. So that'd actually be a sixth of the way around, because I got to do this, and then, you know, it's just, it takes an incredibly long time. But I can't see not doing this. It's just got to be done. We'll do another one, another YouTube. Well, I guess it don't matter which one, but I've sort of gotten in a habit. And sometimes they come out easier than others. And I think you could buy these at a fabric shop or upholstery place, you know, pretty easy. But I want them to be the color I choose, because it's like deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Okay, and then this one's a little tougher. And then you kind of get the feel for it. Ooh, you can hear that one's harder. And you got to be careful up here. Okay. And let's try that one a little bit more, and just sort of, you know, this is just, and I don't mind working off the other ones there either. And then maybe So I've gotten the armrest upper part out of the ultrasonic cleaner. I've got the other one over here, the base. We're going to treat these for rust now. And so let's, I just wanted to clean it real good and get all the horsehair and other junk off of it. So I've got this stuff. Nick and I talked about this stuff this morning, also known as Extend. Shake it good, make sure cap's on good. Don't shake it around anything you care about. But make sure the cap is on good and shake it real good. And so get yourself a little chip brush and then go around here and very carefully, and the trick is going to be getting up on this edge right here. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's do that. There are 161 of these, and I probably lost 2 or 3 of them through damage. I'm going to try to save them in some way. But if I run into trouble, if I need to leave some out, I'll leave them out around the back here, and go from there. And I can just put regular nails in them or something. But it's quite the thing to do. So I'm going to put these in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I am going to go get something to eat, and then I'll be back. I was thinking about how to do this, and of course it's going to be foil tape. So I'm going to do it like that. And so what you do is you put your tape out, and you just push it in like that. And then I'm going to do what's called hot coat here. I'm not going to send the 10,000 volts through them. Well, I'm not too worried about too much of this stuff. So just put your tape out. Make sure you put it on the ends, like anybody else is going to do this. Maybe you will. But this is the quickest way I could see to do it. Imagine putting each one of those on a wire. And then you run the risk of them falling off and then all that other stuff. So I'm really going for probably 90% of these. I probably do better than that. So a couple of these are loose, and I'm just going to glue those on. And but I want to get as many of these as I can get. So just get your foil tape and lay it out, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. We'll put her in the oven and heat them up, and this ought to go pretty quick, this particular part of this. Okay, so they're in there, and they're just going to end up like that, and then I'm going to take them out and hot coat them. I use these particular ones to hot coat, obviously. As you can tell, I have recently done that on something else. So we're going to see how this works. I got to change the stuff out, that, and this was my idea. Well, I probably could use, even though I have plenty of light now, I could probably just turn this on and help me out some. So I put that in there to stabilize it. This whole tape measure thing, straight edge. So I think what I'm going to do is just sort of use the top of this and just put the griddle here and just shoot the gold on it a little bit at a time. So I gotta change my powder. That's right. I got to go to gold. Well, let me give you an update. I'm about ready to take that apart. I got lucky on this thing, and I got this screw out. Man, real lucky on that. So, and then this handle comes off. Well, you hope it comes off anyway. Okay, whoa. So I didn't know that came off until just minutes ago. So I would imagine this to be extremely fragile. So we're going to put it there. And I'm going to have to come up with a chrome strategy. So I got the other 2 brackets off the base ready to sandblast and do. Okay, so what am I doing now? I'll show you this, and then we'll go forward here. So I've got these out of the oven and they're cooled, these buttons, and we're getting there. You can tell every other one, and I'd like to finish this today if I got the energy. So let's take a look at these. So there is a reassembled arm, and I've polished it, and I'm really curious to see how much different it looks than the other one. I have not looked at it yet. I would say it's a couple of degrees brighter, and you can see the hardware there and the hardware here, and there's your towel rack and all that good stuff. So there's what that looks like done. Now my guess is I'll have these big screws here. I'll probably have to loosen to get these back into their swinging positions on those big brackets. So there's what you start with, and there's where the strap hangs, and there's what we were, and there's what we're gonna be right there. Amazing. So let me work on this for a while, and I've it's almost 3. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done there. The nasty old brackets, and this is that thing that I hope one day, still kind of warmish, feels kind of good. That I hope one day to make some kind of little straddle pony or whatever you call them. And so I golded that too. I don't think that matters, like, except it's either curling off chrome or rust, and so that's the way that goes. And this thing here's aggravating me because the sand is so moist it doesn't flow down, so I put it out in the sun, hoping to dry it out some. So let me work on this and see if I can get this finished today. Like I say, some of these are bent very badly, and you'll know when you hit them. So let's just keep going. I'm waiting on things to happen over at the powder coating oven, but I wanted to cover this. I got that thing that was right here. It's right there, pretty straightforward. This bracket came off that goes to the pump thing, or actually the catchy rod. There's no hydraulics involved in this. Still no dates. I'm trying, and we can kill people with this stuff. So I got that out. Wasn't too bad. This foot pedal or treadle or whatever has 2 screws here, and let me tell you, there's some right there. This thing's full of spider eggs. I mean, it was disgusting. I didn't even want to show it. Well, if I was a spider, that's where I'd go, and boy, they went there. So once you kind of prise this up on the bottom, I know I changed subjects too quickly, don't I? And you can tell where I kind of been messing with it. A little PB blaster, not a sponsor. And then this is going to be the first, I don't know, it might be a surly note in there to me. Ooh, no, there's nothing in there. Just a hunk of wood there. And I am not sure how this comes off of there. Cause see, it's I may not be able to get it off of there. I'm not talking about getting it off right here. I'm talking about getting this pedal off. It could be, you know, oh, wait a minute. That pin is floating. Well, you're learning as I'm learning. I don't know, if I get it off, I'll let you know. There's some more numbers. I don't know. I wonder why that pin floats. There might be a set screw. Let me get this off of here, and then to make all this easier to deal with. So that pin that was floating around is just held in by this. So when I was just messing with it, the pin just fell out. There it is right there. It just fell and hit the ground. So, okay, well, oh, and there, that just, I didn't want to chip anything. Okay, I didn't. Whoa, what a mess. And that screw, I had to heat up a screw there. So that just goes over here, and they don't have to powder coat pile. And then, oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. So, well, she's coming apart. Oh, still a little warm there. This ain't like cutting through a mashed fender. And these I'll be able, these big dog leg things, I'll be able to get in the oven because I have the cut through oven. So anyway, I hadn't talked about that in a while. Maybe some powder coating dudes would see that again. I was so honored one time. I had a friend that was in East Carolina, which is 8 hours one way from here, and he was walking down the street and he went to it was a powder coating place, and they were playing one of my old videos where I was cutting the bottom of a stacked up oven out so you could hang long stuff in it. So that made me feel just great. Okay, let's see if I can get these 4 screws out, and then I'll finish putting them gold things back in that seat, and then that's going to be it for this video pretty much. I can't do no more. It's an incredible amount of time and effort, but I think it's worth it. So I'm getting ready to take the base off, but I'm not quite there yet. There's all that stuff, and that thing there is pretty sensitive. I thought it might be with all the holes. Some pieces of porcelain have sort of chucked off of it. I'll super glue them back on there, and that's about all I can do. So let's just sort of, let me put you here for a second, and you can take a look outside. Isn't it pretty out there? And let's put this here. Just sort of a fun thing. I tell you, the ingenuity in this thing's rather impressive. So, you know, just kind of give you a little preview of what it's going to look like. But still very dirty. This is driven in with pins. One of the pins is missing. It's probably 3/16 or something. I don't know. Just you'll find a screw with a shank that size. You can put it in there. It'll be fine. So there it is. Boy, that took a long time to do all that stuff. So let me get my still shot, and you give me a thumbs up. And I don't want to kick any of these screws around. And this stuff here is just going to look unbelievably good. I guess I can wait till stuff gets in to do that. I don't know. I'm thinking too far ahead. All right, subscribe, thumbs up, and we'll do it again in a day or two.